Video 10. Science and Kriya Yoga Pranayama Breathing Technique. There's more than likely a great deal of information which could be shared in terms of the benefits that science has discovered in yoga practice, and specifically the Kriya Yoga Pranayama breathing technique. Now, I don't feel I'm personally in a position to offer those details, but I do find it interesting how the language of the day can influence how we engage in these practices. And the language of our day, the language of science, talks about how our posture can influence our well-being, both physical, emotional, and mental. And also how we're breathing and how we engage in the breathing process can have the same effect. Science encourages us to breathe in a manner where we are using the full capacity of our lungs. And we do this by engaging the diaphragm muscle. Science talks about how breathing to our full capacity allows us to deliver oxygen around the body with greater effect. It also talks about the relationship between the inhalation and exhalation allows for a clear exchange of oxygen for carbon dioxide. So we talked about this in regards to the 1-2 process in previous videos. While the 1-2 process allows us to do this to great effect, the kriyayogapranayama breathing technique goes a step further in that through a rigorous inhalation we absorb higher quantities of oxygen, and also through the practice of this specific technique we are channeling or directing that oxygen to the spinal passageway. By concentrating our focus there, we are endeavoring to channel this oxygen to the marrow within that bone. And the marrow within our bones is responsible for producing new blood cells. These are stem cells which eventually bring about the presence of new blood cells within the body. And of course, blood cells are needed in order to carry oxygen particles around the body. So through the use of the Kriya Yoga Pranayama breathing technique, we're supporting the trafficking of new stem cells, and in this way we're supporting the revitalization, the rejuvenation of the body on a physical level, but also through the practice we're facilitating a state of greater relax. And because the process in itself requires a great deal of focused attention, it also enables us to move into more subtle states of concentrated awareness. To prepare us for the practice of Kriya Yoga Pranayama breathing technique, it's very helpful for us to engage in the 1-2 process in our meditation practice, but during the course of our day too.